Nerves are still tensed as the high fuel prices rule across the country. Although the government seems to be working hard to control the situation, the hikes continue to skyrocket, biting harder on the citizens than ever before. Correspondent Nabuchi Nabuchi, this report examines the impact of the inauguration date pronouncement on subsidy removal by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Nigerians' reaction to the hard policy. Here's the report.
When the Buhari-led administration announced proposed removal of subsidy and the attendant stoppage of its financing, especially in June 2023 ending, many thought that time would not come. Not even after the administration had accessed $800 million to cushion expected hardship that would befall the country after the removal, that Nigerians got convinced at that time to phase out the subsidy regime has come.
Of fuel subsidy, unfortunately, the budget that gives is more asking for. And what I have is that no provision is there for fuel subsidy.
The new president's pronouncement during his inauguration, however, made reality stare directly on citizens' faces, especially with the attendant return of longer queues at a few stations. With the release of the new prices, the products now sold between 400 and 600 naira respectively, according to the state's category. This, however, does not go down well with government workers and the man on the street whose daily earnings do not commiserate with the high cost of living caused by the hike in fuel prices. To manage the situation, the Tinubu-led administration swung into action meeting with the organized labor to see ways of mitigating harsh effects of the new normal. But the new approach seems to have yielded no result since their first meeting ended in deadlock, with more questions in the mind of workers.
That's the principle of negotiation. You don't put the partner, you don't ask him to negotiate under gunpoint.
What are the prayers of the NLC?
The prayers of NLC is that we go back to status quo, negotiate, think of alternatives, and all the effects and how to manage the effects this action is going to have on the people, if it is an action that must take off.
Yes, if you listen to the president during the inauguration at Eagle Square, he said that one of the hallmark of this administration is going to be dialogue, is going to be consultation, and that that this will be the hallmark, that they are not going to lord it over us, trying to paraphrase what he said, and not to be a dictator. So if you read it, it is clearly written there. And what has happened in terms of, as at today, has not shown what was written in his address.
Ordinary Nigerians are also concerned that the policy is coming before the proposed date. President Tinubu, in his inaugural speech, praised the outgone administration for the removal of subsidy, and Nigerians, though in tune with the president's decision, are worried that the policy has caused a great increase in transportation costs. While some want the policy implemented the way it was conceived, others are proposing a 3 to 6 month supplementary budget to hold it down, pending the repair of the country's refineries.
Because we all know that the refinery is not going to function now till September or December, as governments, they said. So let them do, my suggestion is that they should do a supplementary budget for 3 months or even another 6 months. Then from that, for another subsidy until when refinery is functioning. Then that will alleviate the suffering.
The budget, at least the new government should have an idea of what the immediate past government has on ground. So at least for it to favor a citizen, there's supposed to be a plan or a strategic plan of which the citizen will not face challenge. Just as an example, me that I've been transporting myself 300 naira to work, today I transported 700 for just going. Then my going back, that will be I'm spending more than 1,000 in a day. So what am I earning in a month, of which is a negative impact to citizens, and we are feeling it.
It is important for Nigerians to begin to understand that there are things that must have impact on us for our future tomorrow and the future of our children. This subsidy removal is good for us, though it will have impact on us now.
Well, the removal of the fuel subsidy is one of the best things that has happened to this country. It was during Goodluck Jonathan's administration. But just because Nigerians were not well informed, because they were not carried along properly in terms of sensitization, they only thought that the government of Goodluck Jonathan was punishing them.
Over 4 trillion naira was earmarked for the payment of subsidy between January 2022 and June 2023. The balance of this fund, which was supposed to be to the end of this month, is what Nigerians are asking for. But the new administration seems grappling with files and figures of governance, a reason it still sees the subsidy quagmire as a work in progress. They are resolute at ending the crisis to implement the renewed hope agenda.
The meaning of deregulation is that it depends on the market force, on the price of crude of today. Tomorrow it could be different. If the price of crude goes up, you know what that means. If the price of crude internationally goes down, it reflects on the price.
There's no gainsaying that the new subsidy regime will better the already battered Nigerian economy. But for now, what Nigerians want is any intervention that reduces the impact of the subsidy removal, which is already eating harder on the common man.